welcome back to Quirky Pineapples. If you're new here, I'm Vina, a plant-based recipe developer and food blogger, and I'm back with another What I Eat in a Day. Today, I figured I would show you some really easy, high-protein meals that are really, really simple to make. A lot of these are my go-tos, especially during the weekdays when I need to pack something for work or something like that. So yeah, something really simple. So I've already made my matcha, which I tried pistachio milk for the first time. I was kind of hoping that it would taste a little bit more pistachio flavored, but I did add almond milk to it. So maybe I might have messed it up with the almond milk. But it does have, I will say it does have a light pistachio flavor, but maybe if I didn't add the almond milk, that probably would have been a better situation. I just didn't want to use so much of the pistachio milk because I don't know if y'all have seen how much pistachio milk costs, but she's kind of expensive. So I was like, I want to try it, but I also don't want to use half the bottle just to make a matcha. So we're not doing that. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I don't know if I would use it again, or maybe if I do use it again, then I won't put the almond milk on top of it, because maybe it diluted the flavor just a little bit. But yeah, so for breakfast today, I'm going to have like a protein yogurt bowl. And so I'm going to be, oh my gosh, I think the garbage trucks are outside right now. And Husbandtron and I have like this running joke. I don't know if you can hear them, but we have this running joke with the garbage trucks. When they get started, it sounds like there's a Transformers fight going on outside. Because the dumpsters in the truck, it just literally sounds like the Autobots and the Decepticons are just going at it outside. So let me make sure that they're not about to take the dumpsters, because otherwise it's going to be very loud. Hold on. Okay, so now that the Autobots have saved the world, as I was saying, I have my protein yogurt. This one is the Kite Hill Greek style plant-based yogurt. I've used this before. It's actually pretty tasty. It's not grainy or anything like that, which I like. And then it already has a pretty good amount of protein in it. I don't think I'm going to use as much as, like, it says 2/3 cup. It's 17 grams of protein. I'm probably going to use maybe like a half cup, which I feel like I have to do the math in my head. If there's 2.5 servings per container. Yeah, I'll do the math and I'll figure it out. But it should, when everything is all said and done, I should have a bowl of at least 25 grams of protein. And then I like to top it with either like a muesli or a cereal. And so I've been using the 7 Sundays muesli a lot, and I really like it. And so I got the cocoa cereal this time. This one's like a sunflower cereal, and this one has 5 grams of protein per cup. So I'll probably do a full cup of that, because I kind of want it to be more cereal than yogurt, to be quite honest. And then one of the ways that I like to add plant-based protein to any of my meals, especially my breakfast, is by adding seeds. And so, or nuts. I like to add nut butter, like peanut butter or cashew butter, almond butter, anything like that. And I love to add seeds. So I like to add things like sunflower seeds, which also, if I'm not mistaken, is a good source of iron. Yes. And pumpkin seeds, which is also a good source of iron. I like to use raw pumpkin seeds. And then, you know, just because we want to make sure that we're getting like all of our fatty acid chains from our proteins, I'll add something like chia seeds, which I don't feel like adding today. So I'm going to add some hemp seeds. Sorry, I know that might be making a crackling noise. And with that, aside from just getting like extra omega-3s and things like that, I'm getting extra protein too. So like 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds will give you 10 grams of protein. Let's see, a 1/4 cup of raw pumpkin seeds will give you 9 grams of protein. Sunflower seeds will give you 8 grams of protein per 1/4 cup. And I usually will use 1 to 2 tablespoons of each of these things. And then of course I'm going to throw some fruit on. a banana just because I always have bananas on hand, and some pomegranate seeds because I haven't had pomegranate seeds in a while. Oh wait, I'm gonna add blueberries too. I forgot my blueberries. Yeah. And I'm going to add some blueberries, which is, of course, a good source of antioxidants, and so are the pomegranate seeds. So just trying to get as much nutrients and making as well-rounded of meals as possible. I know it seems like super simple, but even the simplest meals can have a lot of nutrients in it. And so, yeah, I'm going to try my best to make some really high protein meals today. But honestly, high protein by definition is anything that's like a meal in and of itself that's 20 grams of protein or more. And so obviously, if you have any like needs beyond that because you're lifting or rock climbing or, you're doing, I don't know, an Ironman or an Iron Woman contest, then you're going to add more. But these are ways that I like to add protein to my meals. And I've actually, like before, I didn't used to pay very much attention to the nutrients that I was getting, but going plant-based is one of those things that you kind of have to pay attention to what it is that you're doing, because there really is a wrong way to be vegan. I mean, let's just be very real. There is a wrong way to be vegan. And I think there are some interesting people out there who would love to latch on to the wrong way and make it seem like being vegan altogether is like really terrible for you or it's not healthy for you. And I'm like, okay, but I mean, you can be an omnivore and do it the wrong way too. I mean, let's be very real. You can do any type of lifestyle or diet the wrong way. And so, I mean, this is my lifestyle. This is how I eat. And so I, of course, want to make sure that I'm doing it right. I don't always show healthy meals on here, and I don't plan to always show healthy meals on here. But today it just so happens that things are pretty healthy. I think I've mentioned this before, that I do an 80-20 type of rule when it comes to how I eat. And so like 80% is usually whole food plant-based and 20% is all that fun, convenient stuff. So even from time to time, you'll see me throw in like a mock meat or two because I don't demonize mock meats. I just sometimes am careful about the ingredients in them. And then of course, if I go out to a restaurant, you can't always control what people put in the food in restaurants as far as the amount of salt and different things like that. So I kind of feel like as long as you are paying attention to when you are in charge, then that little 20% of the time isn't really going to hurt you. But yeah, so, and of course, by no means is this to encourage anyone to like follow a specific diet. I don't even ask people to go vegan or plant-based. I'm just here to give you ideas and try to make things easier for you, because I mean, you don't really have to be vegan or plant-based to eat these things. I mean, they're in the grocery store, they're right there for you. And I mean, there's a lot of people who are lactose intolerant, so things like this might be really helpful for them. So yeah, but I don't know. I'm just here to help. I'm not here to try to convert. And that's kind of my goal, is just, like I said, to help. And so I'm going to have my breakfast, and then I'm probably going to do a little bit of work, even though it's Saturday, but I'm going to try and get some work done. And I think Husbandtron and I are going to hang our lights in our living room. Y'all, I know y'all are tired of seeing that blank wall behind me every time I sit down to eat, but it's gonna stay blank for a little while because I still haven't found any artwork that I really like. But I think we're hanging our lights today. So if we do that, then maybe I'll show that a little bit. But there's not much going on today besides me showing you my food. So yeah, so let's get into this lovely yogurt bowl, and I will see you guys back at lunchtime after that. Yeah. Okay, so I figured since I haven't really done this before that I might taste test it. Um, it looks like a really big bowl of a lot of nutrition, which is good. I feel like if I was to have this in the morning before work, I would probably be good until lunchtime for sure. But I am going to taste it and kind of see because I didn't put any sweetener or anything like that. And I will admit, like, doing 1 cup of the cereal felt like a lot, but we'll see. Pretty good. It definitely needs some sweetener. I'm not even gonna lie. Sorry. It does need a little bit of sweetener because of the yogurt. I forgot I usually do sweeten the yogurt because it is Greek style. It is very sour. And the cereal doesn't have a lot of cereal. The cereal doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. But I've had the cereal with just like soy milk or pea milk before, and it's actually pretty good on its own. But with that Greek yogurt, it does need a little bit of sweetener. So I would probably just drizzle some agave on. But yeah, so I'm just going to finish my breakfast. And like I said, I'm going to see you guys back at lunchtime. I just thought it would be nice to actually like taste test it a little bit. But yeah. All right, so it is lunchtime and I've decided to have a like tempeh bacon, so like the TTLA, but I wanted to try to make it myself this time, which if I'm being honest, I've struggled a little bit with tempeh in the past because I would just like take it out of the package and then like season it and try to use it as is, which apparently is the wrong way to go about it. So I didn't show it during my process, but I did boil the tempeh for about 8 to 10 minutes before I put the marinade on and let it marinate. because it has like this bitterness that I don't really enjoy. Now, tempeh, I've had tempeh prepared in restaurants and different places, and it's good. So I'm like, what is it that they're doing? So I still have, I think, a few more inches to go with the tempeh. It still held just a smidge of that bitterness, but not too much. And then Husbandron said it wasn't too bad as far as the bitterness is concerned, because even like, okay, so admittedly, as it has set for a little while, it's not as bitter, but there's still like a twinge of it there. So I really want to figure that out. I want to figure out how to get rid of that flavor and have it like really, really soak in the flavors that I'm trying to put in. So I'd say it's not far off. So his recommendation was to try it out like fully assembled instead of just eating it on its own. But I would like for it to taste really good on its own. So I'm gonna try it all together and then see if it is worth sharing. Okay. Okay. So no, the bitterness does not cut through as much once you've got like all your toppings and everything like that. So on the sandwich, I just have like lettuce, tomato, avocado, some mayo, vegan mayo, of course. And then I sprinkled on a little bit of pepper and garlic powder because I like that garlicky flavor. And I marinated the tempeh in sort of like a what's supposed to be like a bacon type of flavoring, where it's like maple syrup, liquid smoke, some oil, some soy sauce, and all of that. I'll make sure that I list everything below. But yeah, I would say that flavoring works really well. And I'm wondering if maybe if I was to let it marinate a whole lot longer, like say if I prepared it in the morning and then made it in the afternoon, if that would get it to really be super flavorful. So I really hope so. But I'm still trying to master it. I think that's kind of the thing with recipe development, is sometimes it's a hit or miss. And I don't know, I don't like to share stuff until it's like pretty much perfect, because I mean, I don't know. I feel like when I do recipes from other people's blogs, I'm like, I want this to taste really good if I'm going to spend my time on it. So yeah, so I won't be sharing this just yet until it is completely like there, which, you know, by the time I put this video up, it could be, but I still want to work on it just a little bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish up my sandwich. I think I'm gonna add some popcorn to this. I know, I'm always eating popcorn. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of popcorn to this, and then I'm going to finish working, because I still have just a little bit more work to do. And I think I'll be done with my work for the day after lunchtime, so it'll be kind of nice to be done really early. And then Husbandron informed me that we can't hang the lights today because he has some, like, there's tools and things that he needs for it, or like components that he needs for it, so can't hang the lights today. But maybe we'll try to get out a little bit later. I don't know, we'll see. And if I do get out later, of course I'll take you guys with me, but I don't know. We're trying to finish some things up, and it is beautiful outside today. Like, it's sunny and cool. It's like a perfect fall day. So maybe we will get out for a little bit. I think that'd probably be good for the both of us. But yeah, for now, finishing lunch and then gonna do some work. And then maybe I'll see you guys back at dinner. All right. So it is dinner time, and I didn't think that my work was going to take as long as it did. So probably not getting out of the house today like I wanted to, but I did make this whole, okay, so it started out as a sheet pan meal, and it has potatoes, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and tofu. And I used my gochujang sauce that I like to make for my like fried tofu sandwiches. And I just made like a bigger batch and kind of like baked everything in that sauce. So what I learned from trying to make this is that I should have started out with a baking dish instead of a sheet pan, because there were way too many ingredients and they weren't all fitting on my baking sheet, which is crazy because I feel like I've seen a lot of like people make sheet pan meals, and with those sheet pan meals, I've seen them like put a lot of vegetables and proteins on them. So I was really surprised. I was like, oh, my sheet pan's pretty big. And it is, but I don't know why. I just couldn't seem to fit everything. So if I were to do this again, I don't think I would change any of the ingredients. I think I would just use my baking dish instead. And what I did was bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes by itself, like just with the oil and a few seasonings, and then add the gochujang sauce and let it, finish off cooking for about 10 more minutes. So I haven't tasted it yet. It's kind of fresh out of the oven, and I'm a little nervous because I'm pretty sure it's hot. And I've got my poppy. This one is the grape poppy. And I had some leftover lime from making the yogurt sauce, which I realized I forgot to mention, and put some in my drink. The yogurt sauce was just yogurt, lime. I think I put a little bit of salt and sriracha and some cilantro. So I will see. I feel like it may cut through some of the heat because the gochujang sauce is actually pretty spicy. Okay, well, that's pretty good. I haven't had like a good roasted potato in a while. Okay, let's try some cauliflower. Okay, that's hitting. Okay, now some tofu. Okay. What I have here, What I have here is a big bowl of nutritious flavor, which is always nice. Sometimes you're just trying to clear out the fridge, or you're just trying to get like some vegetables, which was my goal today. I wanted a whole lot of vegetables, a starch, which is preferably potatoes, and some protein, which was my tofu. And this actually turned out to be pretty good. Like I said, I think I'd do a different method, but use the same ingredients. And it actually tastes really good. I think Husband will be pleased with this one. It's so funny because I shoot these what I eat in a days, and of course I don't shoot them on the days that he cooks. But I feel like he gets so lucky on what I eat a day, because I would cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and usually we kind of like alternate between meals and things like that. But he's like my taste tester, and it definitely comes in handy when he tastes everything. But yeah, so if you stayed this long with me in the video, then, oh goodness, what would I like for you to do? If you stayed with me this long in the video, then go ahead and drop the lime emoji for me, since I'm enjoying a lot of lime today, actually. Lime in my dinner and lime in my drink. And then maybe tell me what your favorite sheet pan dinner is, especially if you are plant-based, because I'm trying to make more sheet pan dinners, especially as we're getting into the fall season and I'm not afraid to turn the oven on. So yeah, I appreciate you joining me for another video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out Quirky Pineapples for any upcoming recipes, or if you just want to check out some of my other recipes, I believe this one is going to go up on the blog because it's actually pretty darn good. And then, of course, I have a plant-based grocery and nutrition guide that you can check out. People have found it to be quite helpful, which makes me feel really good. I spent a lot of time and effort on it, and it's pretty much just a way to help if you are a new plant-based or a vegan person, like a newbie to the vegan world, that it's just a guide to help you out. It also has the vegan plate method, and it has a meal planner as well. So I'll make sure to leave the link for that in the description box, along with quirkypineapples.com. And I may put it on the screen for you to help you out. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me again, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.